Sicily, the Garden of Persephone, has been a source inspiration both human and divine in the heart of the Mediterranean. Each of the mighty human cultures that has claimed the prize of this land have endowed Sicily with a vision of fertility, richness, and beauty unlike any other. What is known is that since the Bronze Age and the advent of recorded human history, Sicily has had an agrarian culture devoted to wine production. Today, Sicily has some 22 DOC, 1 DOCG, and more land devoted to vineyards than any other region of Italy. That, coupled with a myriad of unique soil types, the bountiful climate, a harvest period that lasts a staggering 3 months, and the unparalleled wealth of more than 40 autochthonous grape varieties, makes Sicily one of the most idyllic places on earth to produce wine. The story of Planeta is a remarkable journey through Sicily, one that unfolds through time and across the rugged beauty of the island. The root of this story begins with their humble origins in southwestern Sicily and Sambuca di Sicilia, traveling then to Menfi, and tracing the eastward contours of Sicily through Vittoria, Noto, and Etna. The final chapter of their story is to be written against the soil and stone of Capo di Milazzo, once an ancient vanguard of Sicily's wine tradition, now awaiting rebirth through this family's passions. The stages of the Planeta journey are marked by 5 inspired wineries, each built at the heart of the estate-owned vineyards. These boutique wineries have been constructed to harmoniously meld with the particular ecological and aesthetic requirements of the vineyards and their surrounding regions, each a testament to the Planeta family's environmental values and abiding love for Sicily. The dream of Planeta is one of patience and virtue. Each winery, and the hundreds of hectares of plantings surrounding them, is a product of careful and painstaking research, patient evaluation of tradition, and a deeply conscientious vision for the future. The reward of this disciplined approach to promoting the indigenous characters of these historic vines in the most provident regions can be seen in the incredible character of the wines. Brooding Nero di Avola, cultivated in Noto, scintillating aromatic frappato grown in Vittoria, mouth-watering Grecconico planted in Sambuca, and the incredibly rich minerality and porcelain elegance of Caricante on the ancient slopes of Etna. Another aspect of their vision is the establishment of new traditions. Bordeaux, Rhone, and Burgundy varieties are the pedestal upon which great producers and traditions of our wine culture are judged. The Planeta family's careful introduction of these varieties against the uniquely varied terroir and an insatiably temperate climate has rendered them a profoundly Sicilian character, as powerful and pronounced as their cherished indigenous expressions. The heart of the family's activities is anchored to a single theme: environmental sustainability. They envision the land and the environment as a collective benefit to the well-being of both the company's heritage and future, and as such, their duty has become to make every effort humanly possible to preserve it. Planeta family origins stem from here, and as such, they determined to build their first winery on the ancestral estate that has been beloved through generations of familial memory. Established in 1995, the winery stands alongside a 16th century farmhouse that overlooks the ruins of an ancient Arab fort on the shore of Lake Oroncho. Ulmo has also been established as the family's hospitality and visitor center, and welcomes anyone to come and wander the rooms of the old family compound, explore the vineyards, hike the nature trails, or simply pop in for a tasting and a chat with a family member. Situated within an ancient river valley, the vineyards, with a total planting of 94 hectares, Ulmo and Baroque are the heart of the Planeta wine program, producing the Ancestral, Volcanic, and Plumbago, Nero d'Avola, the critically acclaimed Chardonnay, Sito del Ulmo Merlot, and Baroque Syrah. Typically, the soils are deep and composed of an abundance of pebbles at the base, with stratified bands of limestone in dark zones of volcanic soil at higher elevations. Dispensa lies in the area of Menfi, is the heart of the modern winemaking company. Here is the crucible where respect for tradition has been cast into the alembic with modernity, with modern production techniques and cutting-edge technologies being employed in the operation of 2 independent wineries, all sitting comfortably alongside the historic home of their family. Cantina Piccola was dedicated in 2001 to the production of red wines from the plantings of international varieties such as the Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc blend, Bordeaux. Cantina Grande, completed in time for the 2005 vintage, is wholly dedicated to producing Cometa, Rosé, and La Segreta wines. The 2 main vineyards that source fruit for winemaking here are Dispensa, 114 hectares, and Gura, 47 hectares. Within the heart of the estate lies 2 special spaces. One, a timeless library collection of wine lore that spans centuries of human wine experience and learning. And the second, the Noto, where great wines from all over the world are kept together, with examples of vintages the Planetas themselves have produced. In Vittoria lies an ancient farmhouse at Dorili, where the Planeta family have reclaimed a beautiful 100-year-old winery and restored the apartments for hospitality. The winery lies in the heart of a vineyard planted entirely to Nero d'Avola and Frappato. Here they developed Sicily's first recognized DOCG, the revered Ceresuolo di Vittoria, along with the Dorili Ceresuolo di Vittoria Classico, DOCG, a slightly more developed version of the original style, which sees barrel maturation within the winery. With its close proximity to the sea, this region is characterized by distinctive red soil of fine, light sand that originates from ancient marine terraces. Deep layers of limestone-rich rhyolitic tuffo also play an important role in the distribution of water to the vines. The ochre soils manifest unmistakable aromas of Ceresuolo di Vittoria, cherry, pomegranate, smoldering mineral notes, and dusty sweet spices that are as indigenous to this place as the ancient grapes that reveal them. its destruction by earthquake in 1693, the region of the Val di Noto was rebuilt as an extraordinary homage to the Baroque architecture in vogue at the time, and is now considered one of the most beautiful expressions of that period in existence. Subsequently, Noto is now listed by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. In 1998, the family discovered an undeveloped 51-hectare block in the area and were at once enchanted by the pristine surroundings and convinced of the potential for quality grape production. The estate vineyards are located in an area historically named Buoni Vini, which fortuitously translates to good wines. Uniquely, they are characterized by white calcareous soils, layer after layer of decomposing ancient oyster and clamshell beds with high lime content, plentiful small pebbles, and fine textured clays. The winery here was opened for the 2003 vintage and is a fascinatingly innovative project developed as a seamless combining of the technical requirements of modern winemaking with contemporary architectural designs. The winery has been built completely underground, thus rendering a zero-negative environmental impact and creating a beautiful and quiet contrast to the gentle hills of eastern Sicily and the rustic farmhouses. With the 2008 vintage, Noto earned the prestigious DOC classification and is rapidly becoming the vanguard of Sicilian viticulture. Just as Toscana is to Sangiovese and Piemonte to Nebbiolo, Noto is the spiritual home of Nero d'Avola, Sicily's most prominent autochthonous grape variety. Long referred to as the Brunello di Montalcino of Sicily, both in history and quality, the Planeta Santa Cecilia DOC Noto has become the aspirational measure for this variety and the region itself. The success of the Santa Cecilia is a direct result of the enormous research, careful consideration, and respect afforded to variety and terroir choice by the family. Within this vineyard also lies a library block of Moscato Bianco, which produces the impassioned Passito di Noto DOC. Unsurpassed elegance and extraction. Soaring Mount Etna is the pavilion of Greek mythology. Etna covers an area of some 460 square miles, with a colossal aspect of 11,000 feet, making it the largest active volcano in all of Europe and the third most active in the world. The 16-hectare Planeta estate lies in the northern slopes within the Council of Castiglione di Sicilia in the district of Sciarra Nuova, at an elevation of 870 meters above sea level. The land has a near-perfect aspect and is extraordinarily rich with minerals and black volcanic sands, the blessed decomposition of the stone that forms the old buildings and terraces littering the mountainside. The surrounding forests and more recent lava flows create the aesthetic of a place frozen in time. Recently, the utterly unique mineral-influenced wines of Mount Etna have begun a renaissance, and in keeping with that, plantings are mainly those of the obscure white variety Caricante and the red variety of Nerello Mascalese. Each variety is grafted to a carefully selected rootstock appropriate to the unique soil, climate, and altitude. In 2012, we will dedicate a winery in keeping with the area, true to the architectural, environmental, and historic values of this magnificent monument. La Foresteria is an ambitious new project for the family, with a luxurious resort property designed as a learning center dedicated to hospitality, Sicilian food culture, wine, and sustainable agriculture. Foresteria is located near the winery compound in Menfi, on the southeastern coast of the island, and is nestled between the Cometa Fiano di Sicilia vineyard and the hills of Caparina, where the family olive groves are planted and 3 extraordinary oils are produced. This unique vacation destination is quickly becoming a mecca for culinary and wine enthusiasts the world over. As founders of the Planeta estates, Alessio, Francesca, and Santi Planeta have become the new face of Sicilian winemaking. They are joined by their entire family in a desire to protect the rich, historic identity of Sicily as a place of incredible winemaking prowess, and rooted in the traditions of family, responsibility, and passion. From their family estates, one may not merely enjoy a panoramic journey through the great places of Sicily, but also experience her permanency through the articulate beauty of the wines.